Hey, how you doing, Leo? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host of this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Also, thank you to all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So let's see what's going on with Leos. Right now I can feel the spiritual energy telling me that there's something to do with earth or earth sign energy here. It does say you have arranged an agreement to see that good karma can come to you. So watching out for you is going to be good news, okay? Alright, so let's see what's going on. That could be in regards to an earth sign. Alright, so let's see what's going on, or it could just be some type of earth energy. Alright, maybe some kind of god or spiritual energy. Alright, so let's see what's going on anyway. What's going on with Leos? It does say you believe great news is coming, wonderful things will happen, and I judge you no more. Okay, so wonderful things are happening and I judge you no more. This could be in regards to an earth sign or an air sign. It does say wonderful things will come to you once I realize I need to stop speaking about you. Judging you is never going to be the answer. Communicating with people under my mind and even in my ways, I know that I can believe people can come in and solve the problems with you or not. It does say warning signs if a person keeps looking for bad news with you. It does say when I do get you, I will curse you. Okay, this can be a it can be a Cancerian person. This person seems to be in their thoughts a lot, takes the opportunity in their mind about ideas that they have, and don't want to communicate good karma for you at times, Leo. It does say that sometimes people speak about you a lot too, but it doesn't say warning enough unless you speak about it with an earth sign. It does say judgment there. Judgment is there with legal matters pending or people wanting to please you in good ways. It says many times over people can please you or hurt you. Which way is it going? So that's also for Cancerian energy, like which way is it going, because they also have the Chariot with the two horses going in two different directions. It does say many times over you'll see that blessings are there, and not wanting to curse you is better than brewing in silence about negative energy, which someone has been doing. It says earth sign energy knows what to do when a brewer is coming in to harm you. Okay, when a brewer's coming in to harm you. So there could have been a brewer that's been coming in to harm you or wanting to in some type of way. It says please proceed with caution, because we don't want to make sure that everyone is under fug. I don't know, fug. I'm hearing the word fug. I don't know if someone's judging you as a fug. You know, especially maybe if you're a male. It does say someone here wanted to see if you could become one, or never mind why someone judged you to become one. It does say secret matters are pending for you to see. You are not a fug. You may even sound like one, or speak like one, or even look like one at times, but you never realize that it could be your energy too. At times the fug energy in you could believe that it's not going to be good for you to become one of these people. Okay, it does say sometimes people look at you like you might want to become a thug, and it does say many times over scrutiny is there for people that want to dress or act or look like thugs. It does say wonderful things can happen if you notice why you are acting this way, or seeing that your thug negative mental self has been keen on something that you've been inviting to your mind or your membrane, or about a person or the way they speak to you or how they treat you. Okay, so maybe certain times, all right, what I'm picking up with this as well is sometimes, all right, people are looked at as thugs or treated as such, not necessarily aiming to become that, you know, but if not self-checked, okay, as they grow up and start learning information or seeing information or sorting out information in a way that it's deemed as appropriate or even necessary for the society to look upon you in a way where you're decent. It's like the energies can show you who you are through your, your, like, through times of adolescence, growing up. It can show you who you are becoming because of the way you've been deemed as to become a thug through members of society, maybe even your mind telling you off, saying, well, I don't want to listen to certain people's teachings, or even sentimental value ships inside yourself telling you, well, I don't want to become something that they are. Because sometimes it's not just people, sometimes it's you as well. Okay, but it does say warning signs are there for you to believe that you could become this, or maybe even not become it. It does say some of you guys see yourself as not a thug, but then you may dress or look like one. It does say warning signs are there for you to remember that you're not going to be a thug, and you have to believe this. Mental stresses are there for you to brew or even cause a concern in your mind to say that you're not a thug, but you do believe you have tendencies to play around with mind games or even see other people's minds that help you believe that you have to dress or speak or look a certain way. So over time, there may be some mimicked energy as well from the people around you that have gone through similar things, or even similar, feelings, or the way they've been looked upon. Okay. All right. Okay. Sometimes it's not even just how you dress. Sometimes it can be a mentality. It can be, how you carry your morals and your, the way you are as a person, as your personality. It does say you need to walk away from these feelings and look best. Look best. Try and look your best, or see the best attributes inside yourself and move past the enemies. Make sure they don't see you as thugs, or make sure that you know who you are. As long as, if you do know that you have thug tendencies, completely drown them, or look past them, or move past them, or see that it's not welcomed in your mind. Okay, so it could be someone that has judged you as this, or maybe you carried yourself, and this is not for everyone, I understand that, but certain people that don't want to listen to society's rules or regulations, policies, or people's teachings, and then want to do the opposite, can be spoke to or looked upon as, or judged as a thug. Okay, and maybe for some of you guys, you could be looking at yourself. Maybe someone's told you, look, you look too thuggish, or you're behaving too thuggish in some way. Sometimes it could be even people in your family that are warning you of these things. Maybe it's not to hurt you either, because sometimes family wants the best for you, and they may not want you to go down the road where people are looking at you like that as well. All right, or even aiming to allow you to become that way through their judgments on how they want to treat you. Okay. It does say many times over you see blessings come to you, or even see things about yourself that you didn't want to see in another person. It says sometimes I see this in my mind. People around me love me but don't really like me and want me to stay away from bad news. It says sometimes I realize I don't want to be in bad news with people, but they always pick on me. Yeah, sometimes it's because people pick on you as well to, man up or harden up in some type of way, because they've gone through that kind of energy too and had to become this kind of rugged, or this tough exterior, this kind of macho, kind of thuggish kind of exterior. It does say many of you that are dressing this way, or looking this way, or sound this way, not just looking but sound this way, do have scrutiny. So a lot of you guys have scrutiny right now from, people in society, communities, public, government, maybe, schools, jobs, all over. Okay. It does say sometimes you believe that you don't want to feel like this or look like this, but you can't help it. At times you want to change, or you want to look better, or you see that friends are never going to be the answer, even if they say hi to you and don't want to say that you look that way, but feel that energy. It says sometimes people feel you are not that way and don't want to protect your energy either. And it does say sometimes a female friend or a nursing parent wants you to believe that you're not this way, and you can't help but feel that way as well. Okay, so sometimes you can't help but feel that way, even if a parent, for instance, is saying, well, you look and you sound like one, and I don't want you to become one, but you could be acting too much like you want to be one. It does say sometimes you wonder what is going on with her and why she doesn't see that you want to become this. At times you don't realize that it's not going to help you in life other than seeing bad news come for you with people. Accepting a lover or a friend, or even mental stresses in yourself, may give you time to think. Do you give yourself better news in the way that you see things? It says sometimes you realize you're not always under your mind in the way you see things, but other people see things, and you warn yourself not to speak, but you want to become this way. Okay. It says, never mind why people always see you as what you are. It does say that you want to become this way. So if you don't want people in your life that are going to be good to you, completely believe that you're going to be seen as a thug. It does say sometimes you realize you're a thug, or you look like a thug or sound like one, but you forgive yourself and make sure that people don't want to see you as this, and you try to warn them, don't see me as something I don't want to be. But then you mimic the idea of trying to become this. So it's like you want people in your circle, okay, that are not, gonna see you as that, but they can't help but see you as that if you're going to show them in some way that you are that. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is going on. It says, I know I want to become a thug. At times I look at myself and I realize I'm not a thug, but I do dress and I sound like one. I just don't want to see it all the time. Leave me to believe I'm going to be one if I want to. Excuse the noise out there. I don't want to say I want to, but I see that I'm timing the situation if I need to. Working on my defense mechanism, seeing that people treat me better. Is it that? Is it that I want people to defend me and treat me better through this energy, or not? Do people treat me better through this energy, or do they not? Where do I go? And how do I warn myself not to be a thug? How? If I don't see it, if I don't feel it, if I don't know how to do any better. Do you want to do any better is also the question, Leo. All right, because it also says that you want to, and it could be because you feel like you need to use it to defend yourself in some way. Now, it's not always the answer, but because everyone has different personalities, everyone has different perspectives, there's different groups of people as well, and behavior. And maybe if some of you guys are like maybe younger in some way, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're young, but because there's big grown men, that behave this way as well. You don't have to necessarily become that way because you're looking around you and saying, well, everyone else is doing it, because not everyone is doing that. And it does say great news if you understand this and see that beauty can come from within and not what's around you. Looking around you is going to help and see that problems are there all the time in different ways, shapes and forms. Thug life, or even mentally seeing that people are changed in ways where you can become not a thug, or even see that people have already got different type of demeanors, or even characteristics, or even things about them that don't show that they are thugs. Okay. It does say sometimes you want to believe that you can bless yourself and even marry someone and help yourself do great things. So wonderful things can happen for your life through whatever means necessary, depending on what you want and who you want to attract. It does say some of you guys want to attract a female that loves you and potentially wants to marry you. It does say females like you could possibly be that and give you that energy. It doesn't say it can't happen, but it does say warning signs are there for you to feel like you would rather want that, and notice that you have great news doing it in that way. Okay. All right. But it does look like you're in your head a lot about it. Or maybe someone around you could be in their head a lot about that. It does say some of you guys could continue to see that it's not going to be worth staking someone. I'm also picking up like a shanking type of energy. All right. I don't know where that comes into the mentality. It does say some of you guys want to shake someone or hurt them. At times in your mind, you don't know how to support the idea with people telling you stop doing that. It's not going to be worth it. It does say, Leo, you have to communicate with good people in your mind and stop speaking to the bad ones. It does say warning signs are there for spirits to speak to you all the time. Any time of the day, spirits are there causing you, harming your mind, or telling you you need to become this or that. It says members of your family can also be this, hidden or in the background, telling you what you're going to become. Okay, so there could be, members in the, in the background of your family, depending on who it is, or even spiritually saying, well, you're going to become a thug, or this person's going to become a thug one day. Okay, or groups in, people in society, or whatever it is. Okay, it does say sometimes you believe not, though, and people can change who they are and want to become who they are when they're older, and at times even change their life when they are old, or even at the age that they are continuously. Sometimes you just got to believe you are not the same as everyone else and you are different. You've got to warn yourself that love life is certain, but it's not going to be bad for you to look into what way you want to move forward and how you want to communicate, or which way you want to go. It does say your feelings could be held back right now to see which way you want to go, or how you can support your mind, or a parent, or even a child one day when you see that you've grown and you have a child of your own, or maybe even when you're now an adult and you don't have children, but one day you want to see that you do or you don't, but you have to look around to see which way am I going to surprise myself with bad news. It says warning, sometimes if you are believed to be a negative person or even looked at as a thug, you could become that and even become the person that you despise. At times you may not want to, but you can become the thug that you've answered to in your mind about wanting to, or even not wanting to, or just saw that you were one of those people that you didn't like, but now became one of those people that you don't like. Okay. All right. It does say sometimes you've got to see what's going on around you to convince yourself that you're blessed. Nothing's set in stone, but you are blessed. Many times murdering someone in your mind is not going to be the answer. It does say supporting someone in your mind is going to be the answer, as long as you know who to trust and who to build bridges with, or even see that blessings can come to you without harming another person. It says mental health structures are there for you to support, or maybe even see that you're not supporting them in the right way. How dare you feel like you've got to have bad news? It does say good news is there with you and your mind and your support system. Make sure you see that blessings are there instead of the worst case scenarios. Okay. It does say speaking a lot to your mind about good health problems going away is not going to be the answer. So some of you might even speak to yourself about bad news, so to speak, or about, negative things, or even like cursing off the good energy that you have inside you that speaks positive to, like, all right, for instance, there's a good angel and a bad angel on your shoulder, and the good angel's telling you all these positive affirmations and all these blessed things about your life, all these good things that you could become, be, or you're doing, or you can do, all those great things. And you want to flick or punch or push that angel off of your shoulder to listen to that little devil side, that little devil that's telling you, no, be bad, be rude, be evil, go and hurt people, go and steal from them, do, bad things in life, all those kind of things. Yeah. You could be one of those people that are, if this reading resonates with you, you could be one of those people that are using the devil instead of using the angel, pushing that angel away and keeping that devil close. Okay. Now, if this isn't a reading that resonates with you personally because of your own circumstances, whether you're male or female, it could be maybe because of a child that you have in your life. It could be a person, a lover, a friend that and this reading could resonate with them. They could be a Leo, or maybe you're just a Leo looking in and you've got a problem with a person like this around you. Okay. All right. It does say some of you are dealing with God-sent energy and gifts from above. When are you going to realize that you personally need support in your mind to prepare for great news? Some of you guys are dealing with stress other than the fug energy, and it does say many times over you've dealt with bad news from fug energy or people pushing you down the road that you don't want. Okay. Now, fug energy is not just okay, a person that wears baggy clothes. Like I said, it can be just a bad spirited person, a person that wants to see someone not do so great in life, so they torture them, you know, whether that's physically to their face or mentally in the background, or even cursing them with the words that they use behind the person's back at times, for them to now, you know, for that energy to push its way into Leo's energy, so to speak, because you guys are energy. Remember that, all right? Everyone's energy, but you guys represent energy. And you have to study the energies that our people are using around you, and you're sensitive to, because you guys are sensitive to energies, okay? That people are using now to twist you or toil you or make you become something that you might want to be or not want to be, okay? Because some of you guys may not want to go down the wrong road, okay? But some people are influences even when you don't see them. They could be influences in disguise. They could be influences in your face. They could be influencing, you know, through cursing you behind your back. They could be influencing, you know, through a bloodline even, you know, family generational curses and so forth, or even community curses, depending on, you know, what community you serve, on how people look at you. All right, so let's see what's going on. Anything else? It does say sometimes you believe you have great news and you want to work on your whining and moaning. Ideally, you want to work on who you are as an evil mind at times, or a good person. Which way do you want to go? So sometimes you want to maybe go in two directions. Maybe that's why Cancerian energy is coming with, you know, you guys moving forward. And sometimes you may use that negative energy, and sometimes you may use the positive energy. Okay, now sometimes there's got to be a balance, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a balance that is way too harsh at times, or, you know, even overly nice at times to the point where you're nice to a fault. Okay, there's a need to find a balance. All right. Okay, that's why after your star sign is Virgos, for you guys to go within like the Hermit and sort out your feelings. Okay, and then after their star sign now is Libra, the balancing scales. Okay, all right, now after that is Scorpio's energy, the change. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on moving forward. It does say you love yourself and begin to see that you've stressed less at situations in your mind, and you've seen things for what it is that you were doing, sorting out your home life and your projects and making sure that you sell. In fact, you want to sell good karma to your mind, at times even a family member, or maybe even see that they have good news. You support them and see that you probably don't want to see bad news for them. Okay, maybe, you know, even something to do with a wife or even a parent. Maybe you've seen something great inside of them that you want to support. Okay, and maybe even helping towards that. Some of you guys could be even doing these things yourself. Okay, it could be even related to property or even business in some type of way. All right, it does say blessings can come to you once you realize it's not going to be supported all the time, when you feel like you want to switch it up and don't want to tell the person that you are also cursing them. It does say sometimes you may curse the hell out of this person and they don't mean well to you because of the way you want to go. So you may trash their mind with things that they want to do in their personal life mentally, because you don't want to speak to them about it, and you tell them off when you feel like you don't want to have good karma in your life, which is also going to be in your life because they are there supporting you. At times they're supporting you, but it says preying on them or even speaking about them is not going to be the way forward at times to help them give you great news. It does say warning signs are there if you are sponsoring an idea inside yourself where you have Pisces energy. It does say Pisces wants to see that you are blessed, at times blessed to the point where you don't know which way you're going. It does say it's time to warn yourself that confusing yourself with evil mentalities is not going to help, but personally giving yourself the possible energy of Pisces good energy to support you is going to be better off in your mind to support which way you're going. So apparently Pisces has a perspective of good energies, okay, or good feelings, and a perspective of bad energies, bad feelings. Okay, so you have to support the good side instead of the bad if you want to see blessings come to you, Leo, because especially if those things that you are sponsoring with another person is going to be beneficial to you in some way. You've got to, you know, sort out the negative feelings that you may have that may be way too harsh, like the blessing and then the cursing type of thing. All right, you have to sort out the in between as well, where you can see how you can learn how to maybe understand people's point of view, or maybe say, you know what, that may not be for me, okay, what they see, but I'll give myself time to understand or learn, or just let it go. And one day, you know, you may be right about what you was thinking, or they may be right about what they was thinking or saying or doing, whatever it is, okay, that you was thinking, saying or doing, or them. And there's no really harsh cursing, you know, like 1 minute I love you and then the next minute I hate you kind of energy. It's almost two-faced, you know. In fact, it is two-faced energy. It's Gemini energy, you know, that two-faced kind of like energy. All right. It does say, well done for spotting what it is that you have given yourself. At times you have to see that blessings can come. Sometimes you've got to look forward to blessings coming to you in your mind and bless others with it. It says sometimes you've got to see that no more cursing is good and blessed energy is better. And to understand things is going to be even more stressless, and good energy can come to you when you warn yourself that it's not going to be always you to help others see that they are blamed. Blame energy is the force of evil. Currently these days we want to see that blame is no more. Speaking about blame all the time and cursing another person's life is never going to be ideal. It does say warning signs are there for you all, including other star signs that have cursed you. It doesn't say bad news, but it does say weakening a person's dreams is never going to be helpful. Obviously, if they're negative, you have to protect yourself and say, well, it's not for you. I know it's not for me, and I have to find a way to cleverly move past it and just move away from them and their negative spirit, and ask God for guidance and protection to move away from it too. Okay. All right. So sometimes you believe that you have cursed or put a spell on someone, or even spoken bad things to them. At times you really see bad news come to you or other people. At times bad news comes to many of you. Saying sorry to someone is not always easy, but probably you'll see great news come after you deal with a water sign man here. Okay, it could be a Cancerian man or another water sign man, or even a female. It does say two of them are moving forward for you in your mind today about which way to go. At times you wouldn't know which way to go, and you understand the male energy is also supporting you to have blessed news. It says certainly wouldn't want to see the bad energy come to you, so I want to support you with good news. One woman would speak. And the negative energy is also in the male's energy, which is not necessarily man or woman, but masculine and feminine energies in you that are preparing you to support which way you're going down the right road. Okay, not to take offense to masculine and feminine, because we all have masculine and feminine inside of us. Okay, even when women are using certain energies, okay, that mimic masculine energy, it's usually looked at, you know, as energy of, you know, being a bit more mean or harsh. Okay, and vice versa. If you're a man and you're using, you know, a lot of your masculine energy and ignoring your feminine energy, okay, because look at it this way: we are not man or woman, but masculine and feminine energies. There's a positive and there's a negative, okay? And it's not to look at each other like, well, because you're a woman, you think, you know, you're all that great. No, women also have, you know, positive and negative energy, masculine and feminine. And males also have that energy too, masculine and feminine, positive and negative energy. Okay, now males, you know, may use a lot more of the masculine negative energy than the female positive energy. Okay, and sometimes women do too. So don't get this reading construed. But what I am seeing here is there is a commitment for all of you to feel like you have been in or seen this energy in. And it does say some of you guys are selling off your time away from problems. And it does say people are seeing that you are glad to move forward with good karma with your marriages. We'll get to that part. Okay. So let's see what else is going on. It does say blessings are coming to you, although you have to see which way you're going with your masculine and your feminine energy today. Okay, so you may have to see which way you're going with your masculine and your feminine energy today. All right, it does say blaming someone is not the answer, so stop doing that. All right, it does say warning signs are there for you to stop doing something. Stop cursing someone's blaming them for bad news all the time, telling them they're no good. Okay, maybe sometimes you might do that, whether it's direct or indirect. Okay, let's say sometimes you see great news come to you, Leo, and you wonder why it happens to you that you don't. You do see it all the time, though, that blame is not yours, or it is. It doesn't say it's going to be yours all the time. Sometimes you've just got to see that a lesson is learned, and people want to see you as a problematic person every day or a problematic person never any day. Which way are you going? Okay. And it's all about value system as well, your own morals and values. What do you want to see for yourself, positive or negative? All right. Okay. Anything else for Leos? It does say some of you guys are dealing with children, family members, or even secondhand energy of your own, trying to spill the beans in your mind about things that you've seen or heard over time. It does say many times over you want to see victories come to you, and warning, you don't have to see bad news overall. You just got to figure out which way to go to live a good life and balance out your mind with good means, meaning that you should have values inside yourself and probably have good karma in your mind about who you are, and love yourself for that. Okay, so let's see what's going on with work for Leos. Work is suddenly going to give you great news if you found a way to have good communication with yourself, and maybe even spend a lot of time looking for blessings come to your mind, or even a parent or even a problematic person that you thought was there in your mind telling you off or giving you good news. At times she gives you good news, sometimes she gives you bad news, but the perspective that you hold is mental. And it does say mental because you try to warn yourself, what if I speak about this? I need to see what goes on in my life. I want to hear that great news comes to me, so I want to speak about when I will get good news. Okay, maybe you do get good news. Okay, there is a perspective for you to nurture and move forward with things that you are doing, consciously working on what it is that you want, feeling like blame is never the answer, or seeing that blame is going to be the answer. But you do see that you have to work on your work so much that it's going to give you great news overall. Okay, does say sometimes you see crowds join forces and want to look into things that they don't need to, but you want to know more about what's going on with you. At times your work is suffering, or you see people wanting to work on you. It does say sometimes you work on yourself, and you do know that you have great news to work on. It does say your ideas are possibly going to give you great news overall, and you have to see when it happens. It doesn't say it's always going to be charged as good news. At times you have to see when you are going to be credited as good karma, or even looked at as good karma, i.e. people have to judge each other and see where it's going. Okay. It does say sometimes you wonder how to take success if it doesn't always say that you give yourself success. You have to wonder why people will give you success. At times it never gives you success, or sometimes it does. Where would you believe that you're going to have good karma sometimes? Mentally stressed out females are always giving you bad news, is what you've seen. At times it's not always the case, but it does say female energy in you also believes that you have bad news. Are you warning yourself that you're giving yourself better news inside yourself because of your positive masculine energy, or negative bad karmic energy of your female energy? It does say you are cursing the living hell out of something, and you should stop doing it. Blessed energy is coming to you regardless. And it does say blame no one. You'll have good news inside yourself. Work on it, and work on stressing no more, and be direct about things you need to do or say or speak about it in ways that you can work on your mind, and even in your love life, or even sentimental value ships, even in your friend circle, even in your work jobs are there for you to be successful. Work on yourself. Okay, all right. It says suddenly you realize that it's not always going to be easy, but you've got to look into blessed energy all the time. Just see that you'll bless yourself today or next week or next month, and stop speaking about bad news. It's not always going to be good for you to hear it, but it's not always going to be good for you to repeat what someone else says and want to see that it's going to be bad for them. It says warning signs are there for you, Leos, to peek into someone and tell them what to do or speak about. But it doesn't say it's good for you overall. It says bad news is there if you want it. If you want to listen to bad news, speak about it. Call me. I can talk to you about it. I can hear you and see you. And when you want to push your energies to find out what's going on so you can speak about them, I'm there to speak about them to you over the phone or to you directly. Okay, so let's see what's going on with business. Business is going to be very bad for you. At times it is, and sometimes it's not. It does say sometimes your business is always going to be your own business, but personally, people look at your business or talk about your business or wonder what's going on in your personal business. At times you want to wonder why people always look at your personal business or talk about you or make fun of you. At times you don't want to see any bad news, but sometimes sentimental, gentle mental health is there, or even serving a sentence is not really going to be good for you overall. It says sometimes you feel like bad news comes to you and you don't know how to stop it. You want to warn yourself that blessings can come all the time, but it does say it can if you work on it, or even see that create energy is there. Ideally, an energy that doesn't want to see you in a bad way. You've just got to work on which way you're going with the bad news that you felt inside yourself for many times over, or even centuries, or even decades, or even your love life that seems to be worrisome at times to the point you don't know which way to go to solve the problem with it. It does not give you good energy to dig out problems and solve them. At times you want to be left alone. Are you ready to solve the problem, or are you going to steal the minds of others and tell them they're not good enough and warn them that they shouldn't be good enough and that they're bad at what they do, or even bring them down and structure them to become this negative mentality that you want to deem as good? It says sometimes people keep changing the idea of what's good and bad and wonder where it's going. It says no one should speak about things, but people are trying to change lifestyles or even lives or people's minds or people's lives to change what they want to see as not so good. Are you one of those people that want to see bad people and want to see change no more, or even see that there is change and want to hurt people because they want to change? It does say 1 week later you realize bad news is coming. And it doesn't say it's coming to you or anyone around you, but it does say everyone is under scrutiny or attack from the negative mental health system inside spirit. Spirit is blaming everyone for judging a scorpionic energy who is ideally supporting the idea of change, transformation, and beauty, or even God-given gifts, or even bad at times if you want to see bad. It says sometimes you want to see someone so down or hurt because you don't want to change. And if you're one of those people, you're going to bring your mind to others to harm them or harm yourself. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on with love life. Lovers are going to be forced into a frenemy energy in the next 2 weeks to a month. It says frenemies are there for a lot of you that are having sexual energy but not seeing good karmic love situations, or even bad sex and then good karma in the way that you feel like you're justified for taking advantage. It says some of you are going through it while some of you may be dishing it out. It says 9 times out of 10 people see that bad luck is coming to them and they can't communicate when or how it will change. Okay, it says certainly you're going to have great problems with ghosts or goblins, or even people that are coming in to attack Scorpio's energy just to tell you what's going on. It says bad news for Scorpios. They will see all kind of demons or even ghosts at time to protect them and help them pass the changes that they are trying to make. It says, do you know supporting Scorpio is going to be blamed? And it is going to be blamed because at times you blame them too much, or maybe even well done energy is there for blaming them because you would rather see them harmed and maybe even see them hurt than you. It says sometimes you will never see good karma come to your life after Scorpios are no longer living on the planet. Bad news comes for everyone if they want Scorpios to be underneath their thumb. That's true. Scorpio does represent life and death. It's possible that it's true that there will be no world no more if no Scorpios existed. Okay, or the energy of Scorpio. It does say sometimes you don't realize it, but problems do come to blaming other people all the time. But it doesn't say bad news for everyone. It says sometimes people do live out this drama through the air and become spirits, and maybe everyone is becoming in a mind of their own. After death, no one becomes love or even good karma, but death is also the answer for many people that want to see it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because air has also got spirits of air and the air energy. And that's why a lot of the time, it's been saying over the years, like, the world is coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. Because a lot of people want to see people down and under because they don't want to help change. They don't want to help even, get to the point of understanding, yeah, it's a time that people, I don't know what's going on. Only God knows, honey. And God is spirit. God is spirit. All right, so let's see what else is going on with your love life, Leos. So it does say lovers are going to start speaking about good things next 2 weeks to a month, or else we're going to start picking on Scorpio's energy again. It doesn't say it's good for you all, but we've got to stop picking on anyone. So who's going to harm Scorpio again? People keep harming Scorpio, and it doesn't say it looks good, but it does say air energy is also going to be cursed if they don't stop picking on Scorpios. So air energy could also be picking on Scorpios. Okay, now air energy could be physical words, okay, that people speak. Air energy can mean ghosts and goblins. Air energy can also be people that are air signs, okay, air sign people. It does say sometimes you believe that it's not going to be good for you all, but crying is never going to be the answer if you see a mental health person in your life, or maybe even a family member that's sending their way back to their mind saying it's not going to work out for me. I see that I'm not going to live long. It does say mentally stressed out woman sees this already and she does not care. Could be an air sign female, but it doesn't say it's warning her to have good news. It does say bad news for the Scorpio energy. I want to see harmed, and it doesn't say great news overall for the air sign. It says she's going to live out this drama. Miss Mind Game, Miss Water Sign, is going to have good news. It says she knows she can move past these energies and move past any mind game that I play. It does say mental health, evil woman here, structured, looking forward to blame no more, is never going to be seen as blame. It says health benefits are there for you to see that good karma comes. Working on what it is that you want, and when it comes, is going to be ideally perfect. It doesn't say it's bad for you overall if you speak about things in the earth, or even love yourself or support people around you. Okay. It does say some of you are dealing with death spells, root magic, or even problems with letters sent out to a person who could be a parent but is no longer a parent, or could be a parent because their mind is telling them off. It's not them that should be harmed. It does say a ghost is there, or even someone around somebody is being harmed currently around you. Okay. It does say blessing someone is going to help this if you know how to speak good karma to your person, or even a person that doesn't know how to support you all the time, but she will help herself to see that she's no longer going to be harmed once she sees spirits are not going to be karmically forcing their way into your mind all the time. It says, do you know that you keep speaking about death at times, Leo? Or at times you may see curses in your mind telling you off, or telling you to do something you shouldn't do. It says when you realize that you are also cursing someone that should be happy, it does say that you will build a bridge with your mind and see that you don't live out a good karmic lifestyle. Okay. It does say sometimes you've got to look into blessed energy and live past the mind games that you've been playing with a family member. It says Leo energy is not always good to a person that's going to be good to their mind. It does say blaming someone else for bored energy is not going to help you either. It does say I know this because I've put spells on you too, and I'm not going to stop until I see this. This could be an air sign man here. And it does say some of you guys are the person as well that has put spells on someone else and doesn't know how to stop speaking about it. It does say some of you guys are dealing with drugs, or even using adult institutions of marriage, or even problematic situations that you've gone through to start speaking about them to yourself and say that you have died, or even said that you've done something wrong. It says dialing a number will help you today if you want to speak about it. It says cause for concern is there for you who have a family member or a father figure, or even someone that has dug a hole inside your heart to tell you off, or even told you that you should be married directly to them if you want to have success. It says some of you are dealing with spouse or even a lover that doesn't want to know that you have good karma and has harmed you or put a curse on you. It says, when will you realize that you need to walk away from someone that did something to you? It says someone here has cursed someone to the point where they're having a hard time. You wouldn't realize it, but someone you dated or even spoke to time ago put a curse on someone. You wouldn't even tell them that you know this, because you may not even know it, but you may see that you smile a lot or you cry a lot. Which is it? Because some of you may be crying a lot these days. It says some of you are dealing with bad news from the weather, or even things that you are going through from life. It says certainly wouldn't want to hear that I am bad to you all, but I'm bad. I've created bad news for many times over a female or a friend, and I hate you all. I'm deemed as negative too, and I don't want to speak to you. This could be a water sign person. It could be a Cancerian. There could also be an earth sign person here strongly, or an air sign person. Okay, it could be water sign, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing Cancerian energy, earth energy, yeah, air energy. It does say someone wants to continue to be mean to you, or even mind who you are, laughing at you and making fun of you with people around, making fun of you, poking the bear, or even seeing that you should be helped one day, because nothing's set in stone, but people are jerking you, and a parent or even a family member, or even studying your father or even your mother, or even telling others to harm you. Someone could be helping a spirit as well torment the hell out of you, or your family or people around you to torment you. It does say negative energy of an earth sign man here is doing this and wants to harm everyone around you, even the person that doesn't like it. It does say he will deem himself when he feels like it, but he's got to warn himself to stop. He could also be a Capricorn. It does say bad news, because he's not going to stop, but he will believe that he's got to curse many people over with pregnancies or even problems in your life coming up in the next year or two, or maybe even people around you. It says dark energy is with this man, and he doesn't know how to stop being negative. He will dig holes for you and even brew in his mind when he can't get what he wants, but he is behaving mysterious right now, and he will tell you off if he has to, or speak to you directly, or call your name out many times over, or speak bad news to you. He does not know how to give himself time off from this, and he keeps doing it mentally and mimicking the news inside of you to believe that you've got bad news. It says, warning, son, I have got your back. And maybe if you're a female, I've got your back too. Someone here is trying to warn you or protect you. You could be this person that's doing this for someone else, or maybe it could be a female water sign that's doing this to help you. It does say she knows what's going on, and she's devilish at times at what she does. She could continue to pray for you and help you and move past it and never speak to you about it, because she doesn't want to harm your mind with what's going on. It says you've got to realize it's never going to be you that sees bad news, and I work on this until I protect myself. It will never be you that sees bad news, and when I warn myself I'm not going to see it, I probably don't know it, but I do know I'm going to protect myself and never see it. As long as this person moves on, and he will not move on until the day he passes on, or maybe even sees he's got to stop punishing you with spells or root work or magic, but at times he cannot stop, and he's delivering negative messages today or even minutes later or years later, and time after he doesn't know when to give up. Oh dear, this is bad. It does say some of you are dealing with caution when you have to deal with someone's sun, moon, or rising star. It says some of you are dealing with a man that just doesn't want to walk away, and at times he walks away and still turns around and says, I see you. He may not turn around again until next week, but next month he's going to laugh, because he's going to be put under the same person's magic or ritual, and he can't see this coming. He is adored by you right now, looking forward to death spells in your mind, harming your mind, or even a family or a friend, but he doesn't know when to give up, and he will see death spells come to him. He is warned not to speak, but he is dying in the next 2 weeks or a month, and he may not live a good life if he keeps doing this. Wow, Leo. Wow. Okay, anything to do with love life now, because it does look like it's very specific. It does say some of you guys are dealing with sentimental issues of the past, or maybe even people that you want to marry or even love. Sometimes it does say that you have blessed energy coming in and you have good karma. You have to wonder which way it's going after the transformation of the moon. It does say some of you guys are seeing stars, or even seeing it light up your mind later on this evening or tonight, or maybe even next morning time. You'll see a star that's still passionately giving you good karma in your mind, because it does say some of you guys are dealing with stars in your mind right now, i.e. you may feel dizzy, or you may feel like things will happen to you in the next month or in the next 2 weeks. Okay, it does say some of you guys are dealing with things that you don't want to murmur or even see anymore, but you want to see fanciful energy, or maybe even see great news come when you love yourself or your person. Some of you are dealing with possible energies of good karma and waiting for your lover is going to be good. If he comes, it does say some of you guys are dealing with him now and want to know he will come, and he will be there this evening. It does say some of you guys will see that your lover is not coming and he may come later on. It does say good news comes overall if your childish man doesn't stop being good to you, because someone wants to see that he is childish and not good to you. Some of you are going through mind games with people that don't want to see happiness for you though. Okay, some of you guys are giving yourself great news with your work and even success with the wordings that you have given yourself over time. You will build bridges and have good karma in your life with your lover, and say that great news comes to you overall. Selling yourself to a devil or demon is not going to be helpful, but time after time, problematic situations are there to curse other people. Okay. All right, there is someone here that wants to be direct with you. It could be a water sign man here. There's also air sign female that is also wishing for you to have bad news, or even for the water sign man to be direct to you about negative energy. It doesn't say it's good for her overall, as she doesn't see what's good for her overall, and she may not live out good karma to her mind. Okay, it does say some of you guys are dealing with great news overall, and if you move on from problematic situations, you will see blessed energy come. Warning signs are there for you to see that blessed energy can come or even move past very quickly. So it's just saying that you need to move past negative problematic situations and look forward to good karma coming in. When you are spoken to, it does say blame is not going to be the answer all the time, but you have to see that your problems are never going to be solved overnight. Sometimes someone just keeps wanting to come forward and blame you. At times you just don't know how to stop it. Could be an air sign person. It does say sometimes it's an earth sign person, or even a person that you feel like could be a parent, or even a soul giver, or even a problematic friend. At times you just don't know where to go or even solve the problem, but you do know you can have good karmic relationships, or maybe even build bad ones. Okay, all right, so let's see what else is going on. Let's see what's going on with the single Leos. It says, Leo, you do know you can have blessed energy anytime you want to. I know I see you. At times I do. And I just know that I can have you when I feel like I'm ready. At this time, I may not be. And I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship. I just know that the problem is there with us, and I don't know if we can solve it. Okay, so this could be someone from your past. Okay, it could be a Libra, or it could be a water sign, or it's just someone that's trying to balance out their feelings. It does say sometimes someone wants to be a frenemy to you and you don't know how to stop that too, but at times you want to believe that good karma can come. It could also be an air sign person here. It does say some of you are dealing with people that talk too much or even speak too much to you. At times you don't even want to hear them. At times it could be someone that you just don't want to speak to or even see. Some of you are dealing with many different moon signs, and maybe even people that are under the weather right now, possibly not saying much to you at all, but wonder what's going on with you and don't know how to spread the word of good karma. Okay, could be dealing with a Gemini, or just people that are in their moon energy right now. It does say some of you guys are dealing with water sign females, or even mental health institutional problems with a mental retarded lover that you feel like is not going to be good for you. Ideally, it doesn't say it's bad for you to see which person it is, but it says wonderful things are happening for you if you stop speaking negative. It does say some of you guys are brewing with jealousy or envy, or even putting people under your thumb right now. You should see which way it's going with your words, or even supporting things that you do, ideally not in a good way. It does say wonderful things can work on you if you stop brewing with confidence that you can hurt people secretly. Okay, and ideally relationships. Okay, All right, let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Leos that are in a relationship. Leos that are under the weather right now and not really speaking about this to their person or their partner is not going to be good to them. At times you will see great news come and you may even spit on them or even shake them or even harm them. At times it's not very good for you to see it because you may not want to, but you could be doing it directly. It does say bad news for you, Leo, if you're hurting someone and you're not even recognizing that you're doing it, or you see it but you don't really feel it. At times you may not know that you're doing it, and at times it doesn't say it's a good thing. It does say bad news for you, Leo. Overall, you just got to let it go or see that you're working less on the situation. It says some of you are dealing with water signs or even air signs or even earth signs, but it doesn't say good for anyone that's dealing with a good moon sign. It does say Cancerian energy understands that she can see that good karma can come through this energy, or even not, at times does speak about it but doesn't want to hear that it's going to be a good relationship. It does say that she will say that it is, or even him will say that it is, but it doesn't say it is good. And if you are dealing with a lethal minded person like this air sign female that could come in later on and disturb the energies for you and the water sign woman or man, it's going to be bad news. It says the water sign woman is not going to be good for you. Miss air sign woman may be better for you. Okay, so water sign woman Cancerian may not be good for you, but the air sign woman may be good for you. All right, so some of you guys may be getting into a new relationship in the near future. Okay, it does say some of you guys may dig a hole for yourself though if you don't trash the energies right now or tell it that you don't want it. It says some of you are going through bad moods with the air sign energy or even person, or maybe even stealing, cheating, or wanting to know that you could do this with a woman. It says some of you guys are dealing with letters sent out to policemen or maybe even people that are going through frenemies. It says some of you are dealing with friends or even enemies that want to hurt you or try to harm a family member or even people around you. It says some of you guys are dealing with mental health or struggles in your mind, or maybe even seeing that people want to harm a person or a parent or even a father figure around you. It says bad news for whoever's doing this. It says it's trying to warn you from now that if you speak about it way too much or see it in your mind, it's going to happen. It does say some of you have visualized things or even see things before time has occurred. It says some of you are going through mental health or even stress or even things that are going to warn you that something's about to occur. Okay, it says sometimes you've got to speak about why you didn't speak about something, and I want to warn you that something's coming up for you. It doesn't say it is good, but it does say someone here doesn't want to speak to you directly but could curse you or even tell you that you have bad news brewing. Okay, it says someone here is going to see the day come to them when they want to harm themselves if they continue to bruise your mind with bad curses or bad negative mental health. It says the structures that you have in your mind are not going to be good, but if you see bad news come from someone that wants to speak to you too much and doesn't know how to change their mind, they have to move on and see that blessings come to you and let go of the stress. All right, so anything else? Because some of you guys are not going through the greatest time in your relationship, some of you. Okay, but it is warning of those that are going through the hard times. It says some of you are dealing with legalities and people that want to see it happen. It says, you know what, this person may not see you or even speak to you, but wonders where is a father or even a mother going in the next 2 weeks to a month. It says some of you are dealing with death spells, rituals, root magic, or even karmic mental stresses that you have inside yourself that you haven't let go of. People will tell you off or tell you not to speak about it or even see about it. Time and time again, you can't help but see all kind of different things that may curse you. At times you need to look at a perspective that is going to gently move you on past a negative vibe and into a good mindset. It says sometimes you realize that speaking about it to your friends, family members, or a person is not going to help, but it does say warning signs are there if you speak about it, because many mental stresses are there for someone right now that doesn't want to hear bad news come, whether it comes or not. It says this person may not speak about it again, but they see this person is not going to give themselves any peace. It says you do know that you can mimic the water sign mother or even father that you may have and have good news for them. Once you steal their energy or move past it, you will have great news. Okay. Whew, very spiritual reading, Leo. Very spiritual. Okay. Let's see what's going on for I'm hearing miracles take place as well. Miracles, something to do with miracles. Okay, something miraculous. So let's see what's going on with marriage. Those in a marriage. Let's say some of you guys are definitely going through mad mind games with your spouse or your lover or your woman. Some of you want to see that she's not going to be the karmic relationship that you've always wanted, because she's not going to be perfect for you. She may not be good for you because she's tried to tie you into a problem in your mind and you feel like you don't want to be a part of it. At times you see that your problems are never going to be solved overnight with your person, but you have to work on them or with them overall to see blessed energy come. It does say digging a hole for yourself is not going to be easy, but at times you've dug a hole way too deep that you didn't want to see, that could easily come out of. But it says sometimes you have moved past it and see that people still want to drag you down that hole. It says many times over I've seen this and I don't want to deal with you. I am going to believe that people can stop digging holes for me, my mind, my marriage, and my love life. It's going to stop today. It does say you realize it's going to end today, and you have to believe it. People need to stop picking on you and your lover or your partner. At times you realize it's not always going to be them, but it does say you at times don't see great news come overall. Are you going to see blessings come when you change things or made a decision to permanently cancel out the bad news? It says warning signs are there for you right now, Leo. If you do want to see great news come, work on who you are and work on your ideas. Make sure people don't steal from you, take from you. Support your ideas. Make sure you're pleased in your mind with your person or your children or even your spouse. At times you need to see that blessed energy comes with the person that you're dealing with, or else your marriage may be over. At times you may not want to see it, but you've got to work on which way it is going. How dare you speak about bad news to me? Wondered if I wanted to speak about it. I don't, but I realize I've got to talk now. People are telling you to speak up for yourself or talk about it, and you may not have wanted to, but now you realize that bad news is coming. You may need to speak. It says pleasing yourself is never going to be easy, but certainly won't want to hear bad news come and harm you. You've got to speak about blessings come and realize that good karma can come to you when you work on your mind, and good karma on your love life and good karma on your wedding day will come. It says some of you are dealing with water sign men and women, or maybe even earth sign men and women. Some of you guys are dealing with wonderful ideas inside yourself that you can communicate this to your own mind and see that problems are never going to be solved, but you always have guilt factors inside yourself that you don't want to communicate. And it does say some of you guys are dealing with things that you just don't want to see or even hear, and you don't want to hear that bad news comes. And you do know that you have great relationships from seeing no nonsense policies in your relationships via you and your person, and maybe even seeing that your friends have told you that they're not having it. They're not going to see you in a bad way. They will not want to know that you're in a bad relationship. They have to support you and help you. They may not want to speak about it, but they're joining forces to see that people can stop bringing you into bad experiences and bad love lives or bad atmospheres or bad people overall that could harm you, hurt you, or take you down or under or mimic your mind in ways that are going to be bad. You've got to support these energies and put them in the right place in your mind to say that you are doing something that's going to help you to see blessed energy comes to your life. And when it does, it's going to bring you good news. Wow, Leo. Let's see what's going on with individuals. Okay. What's going on with fire signs? No. What's going on with Aries and Leo? Aries and Leo. Aries doesn't want to see bad news, but stroking your ego is something they do right now, and they can't harm you or hurt you. They just know that they've got to please you, or even feel like they don't want to at times, but they really need to know that they're doing this, and they don't know how to stop you. But you're going to kick off in the next 2 weeks or a month if you don't get what it is that you've prided over with them, or even supported with your mind. It says you know that your parents can help you with this. Even if they support you not to speak, you may not want to speak, and it does say you will help yourself not to want to speak, because good karma can come to you if you stop speaking about negative energy or enemy energy that can harm you through the lethal matters that you've had in your mind. It says sometimes you want to see bad news. Aries does not want to see bad news, so stop speaking about it. If you want to speak about it, it could come to you. Stop giving yourself bad news in your mind to see you want to see it when the person may not want to speak to you, see you, call you, or text you anymore. Live out this drama and move past it. Okay, let's see what's going on with I'm hearing treacherous energy could be there. Okay, I'm also hearing the odd text, or maybe not, depends on the person that you're dealing with. It says trying to convince yourself that bad news is there is not going to be the answer. Leave it alone. Okay, so Someone's warning you that something could be bad about a person that you want to see or seek, okay? And it's advising you to leave it alone, okay, when it comes to Aries energy. Let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with Taurus and Leo. Taurus is not going to have no for an answer, but they do know that they can speak about you anytime they want to see bad news. They don't want to see that you're not speaking about it, but they tie you into things in their mind and tell you off, or even tell you that you've got to speak about negative mental jealousy or generous hell for someone else. It does say you have to speak about this because they warn themselves not to speak about bad news, but they do see that they give it out a lot. They don't want to harm you, but they do know that they harm people a lot and they can't help it. They really feel bad news is coming to you or a water sign, man or female, or even a lover or a friend or a person around you. It says blaming anyone right now could give me peace of mind or even help me with things that I want. I just don't know how to stop. I'm feeling very mad at someone and I can't help it. I need to stop, but I'm negative and I can't help it. I feel bad. Oh dear, so they may feel bad right now. It does say they judge everyone or put them under their thumb or even scrutinize friends or members of your family or even people around you. It says 10 times out of 10 they don't want to hear that it stops. It's just that it warns them to stop doing that, and they keep doing something to please their mind, to harm you and family. Maybe even a letter sends out to you, or even a nurse, or even a friend, or even a problem around you could come in the next 2 weeks or a month. It says stop picking on someone. Picking on people is never going to help. You need to stop doing that. I've tried to warn myself. I cannot stop, says this earth sign, or even another person that has chimed in. It says, you know that your partnership could go under the thumb of another person's if you're not careful. It says some of you guys are dealing with the energy of an earth sign that doesn't want to hear that he is stopping. He doesn't want to stop, and he believes that he could have karma coming with a spouse or a female or a person around him or a water sign family member. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini, and Leo. Gemini doesn't want to hear that you got bad news. They just know that they're giving you it. And they don't want to hear it, but they're doing it anyway. And they really feel like they can give it to you whenever they feel like it. They just don't know how to stop giving it to you. They don't. They wonder why. They realize they can't end something or curse it off or even end it the way they want to. They may not even see why. They just know that they could give themselves better news if they stopped, and maybe even look past the enemies or energies or even mental health systematic situations that they've seen. They just need to let it go and move past the jealousy or mental mind games that they play, and warn themselves that they need to give themselves better news and try to support that in ways that they're not harming you or hurting you or even gently giving you mental health. Okay, let's see what's going on with Cancerian energies for Leo. This Cancerian doesn't want to speak, but they know they've harmed you and really harmed you and judged you and put you down and hurt you, and they hate that. Okay, let's see what's going on with Leo and Leo. It says Leo doesn't want to speak to you, but they warn themselves not to speak because they are harming each other, and they're really harming each other today and always. If it doesn't end, stop harming each other, Leos. It says you guys need to work on your confidence, or maybe even see that better news comes for you, or work on it. What's going on with Virgos and Leos? Virgos hates the hell out of everyone, and it doesn't say blessed energy comes to them. At times they really hate their mind or a parent or even a person, or even hate the hell out of someone. It says sometimes they may even hate you so much, Leo, that they can't even support you with your mind. Pay attention to people around you that may hate you. Doesn't say good karma is coming to you, but bad news is coming to whoever hates you so much to the point they are in mental health or even having murder in their mind about what's going through their mind. It does say the bad news in them is causing a concern for you, and they don't want to hear that good karma comes. All right, let's see what's going on with Libra and I'm also hearing letters sent out to harm someone as well. It does say bad news though, because this person can't do it, but they want you to feel bad news is coming. Okay, and that's through Virgo energy. So let's see what's going on with Libra's energy. Libra and Leo. Leo does not want to hear from Libra, and Libra does want to hear from them after they join forces with the letter sending out energy, or even bad news that they want to see. It says time after time they don't know how to do this, or they realize it's not going to be worthwhile if they can't get good karma. Liabilities is there, stroking their mental stress a lot right now to see which way they could go to even do something, or even word something, or even potentially participate in something. It says mental stresses are there for you all right now. You will deal with that. Are you ideally going to give me good karma if I help you? It says no one is going to help Libra with whatever it is that they've got going on to harm you. They're going to harm themselves before they even get there. It says you know you have good karma because Libra doesn't want to speak. It says Libra will speak if I want them to speak. It doesn't say it's going to make them speak. Even if Libra doesn't want to speak, Libra is not going to speak. It says you can speak about it till the cows come home, or to the moon is sent back to the earth. It does say you will give yourself time to think about it. At times you have to warn yourself whether or not Libra is thirsty for more trouble, or maybe thirsty for more problems, or thirsty to help you. It says laugh if you want them to laugh. It's going to harm someone, and I want it to. It does say when this person wants to harm you, it is not going to be you that believes it's always the person. It doesn't say Libra wants to harm you at times. It says a friend or another person may be involved in them trying to harm you. And it does say another mind game to believe, because sometimes you don't honestly understand or even believe it. But it doesn't say blessed energy is there overall. If you can't understand, you may not, but someone else really understands what's going on, and they will put you under their thumb and make sure you are cursed no more, or even sent back to your mind to say you have done well, study that, look forward to good things. I am not allowing a problem to come to you. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Leo. So Scorpio will never allow anyone to curse the hell out of you, or tell you off, or put you under any nightmares. They're never going to do that. They warn themselves that they're going to kick down anyone that's going to harm you and hurt you. They realize they can't harm anyone unless they really get harmed, but they really notice that they're not going to harm anyone to force you into a problem. It does say they're going to harm someone though if they feel like they're going to drive you crazy or try to bring you down too much. It says they really know why. They don't want to be harmed too, but they know that they're not going to get harmed if you don't get harmed. And they see whoever's coming before you do. So at times you're going to look at things at a way where you can see what's coming for them, and they will see what's coming for you. All right. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius and Leo. Leo does not want to hear bad news, but they will see great karma come to any problematic situation. At times it does say you Leo don't know how to support the idea with peoples, and it does say bad news if you can't understand things. It says warning, you do have problems. Warning, you've got a problem. Warning, you've got a problem. Warning, you've got a problem. You've got to leave the idea to your mind to say, are you understanding? Are you getting it? Are you trying to? Are you believing it? Because warnings are there for you to understand things. Warning, are you getting the message, Leo? Okay, so let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn is mental right now, or even generous with their jealousy, and don't know how to stop feeling that way. They are feeling miserable and moody and climbing a ladder in themselves, or even hitting the roof with mental stress. They don't want to see bad news overall and see that they can't get good karma. They don't want to see bad news come to you, but they can't get good news, and they're really feeling bad about it. They just don't know how to get good news, but they're supporting negative mental health or even stress. They just don't know how to get good news, and they're really feeling mad at you, or even feeling mad at a person or a parent, or the idea of a friend, or even a person that they need support from. It says, poor you, Capricorn. Are you realizing that you may not have given good karma overall to someone, and see that you're stealing, taking, or even using someone or taking them for granted? Can you understand why it is not working? It says it's mental. It's not going to be helpful to you all to have good karma if you don't see what's going on with the Leo. And Leo does know they have victory right now, persevering with things that they've got going on underneath their mind, or even with things that they've got to do in their liabilities, or even in the stress minds of yours. It says you know that you could have harmed someone or told them off, or maybe even gave them bad news. At times, Leos, you should never have given someone bad news, but it does say supporting someone around you is going to be better than supporting the earth energy of Capricorn. I'm also hearing Cancerian energy as well. And it does say Cancerian is being bad to you, but Capricorn's energy is using the Cancerian's energy for problematic situations to come in and really give you bad news. All right, so let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Leo. Aquarius is really bad to you. At times they punish you for no reason and look forward to this, and they can't help it. They are to stay away from, but you don't want to listen. At times you do know that you need to stay away from them, but you can't help it. You look for them for 5 years of more good karma and can't get it. Are you realizing that you've studied nothing and looked for blessed energy? Stop looking for them. Stop causing concern to your mind. Make sure that you work on what it is that you need and stop looking for them to give you good karmic lessons and bless you with great hell, because all they're doing is harming you or your mind. Stop looking for blame and stop looking for problems. Stop looking for everything that you want with Aquarius energy, building up a stress inside yourself, warning yourself that stress levels are going to get worse for you. Stop looking for blame. Good karma is going to come to you when you stop looking for them and log into your mind and see that great news can come from there. Wow. It does say you need to learn more and work on what it is that you are worming your way out of. Worm your way out of whatever you want until you see bad news. It does say you keep wishing for things. Stop wishing for them. You always wish for things too much before you work on it. Okay. Their star sign is about wishes, Leo. All right, let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces and Leo. Pisces is going to harm themselves. It doesn't say good karma, and it does say bad news for whoever speaks about bad news, but it doesn't say bad overall. You've got to see when it happens, or does it happen. It says 9 times out of 10 they keep cursing you and putting spells or root work down alongside a negative person. It does say the person is not even the person that you think, but you think it's them. And it does say bad news for Pisces, because Pisces always drugging someone in their mind or harming them mentally, or even saying bad news is coming. It says warning signs for many members of your family or people around you, or even people that you know or don't know. Many of them are going through it, but bad news is coming to whoever keeps talking about it. It does say bad news for people that don't talk about it, because if you don't know, you don't know. But how are you supposed to learn anything, Leo, if you don't know? People need to speak about what's going on to help you move past things, even if you don't stress enough that you need to understand or listen. Sometimes you will understand or you will know what's going on, but sometimes you don't. You've got to look for blessed energy and move past the negative mental health structures of people around you, or maybe even personal problems. You've got to see that great energy is coming in. All right, so let's see what's going on. Wow, these energies, they have been a lot. Very strong. Very, very strong. Okay, let's see what's going on with your romance angels. Okay. I'm hearing Aquarius energy is trying to blame you all. All right. Let's see what's going on with romance angels. It says attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So some of you guys could be attracting it, or maybe you're just your beauty could be a very attractive thing, or just things going on right now could be very attractive in some way towards your energy. Okay, whatever it is. All right, let's see what's going on with other angel messages for you guys. Okay. Okay, it says I'm hearing someone's name. All right, but I'm not going to say what it is. All right, it says release and surrender. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Okay. Okay. Next one is crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on with Universal deck. Okay, it says, I let go of the shadows of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Beautiful. Let's see what's going on with your angel numbers. 34, 41, 2, 33, 37, 47, 45, and 10. And we'll give you 41 as well, honey. That was your reading, Leos. I will speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.